Hey everyone, this is Yeri of Astrology Healing Arts, speaking on the upcoming transit of the North Node in Aquarius, mid-2026 to 2028. The true North Node will be in the sign of Aquarius from July 26, 2026 until March 26, 2028. During this nodal transit, the South Node will occupy Leo, while the North Node travels through its exact opposite position in Aquarius. In this sign, the collective focus will be placed on humanity at large as we look more toward the future and what we are building together within our communities. There will be less emphasis on personal drama and more placed on how we are connecting with like-minded others toward shared goals. Aquarius is an air sign ruled originally by Saturn, but now also co-ruled by Uranus. Themes relative to these two planets will play themselves out for the next 18-month period of this transit. Saturn is the form builder, concerned with structure and discipline, while Uranus brings disruption and change. Saturn relates to the internal structure of our skeletal system, as well as the pillars and foundation that keep our architecture in place. Uranus rules the electrical impulses that course through our bodies and the airwaves. Challenges in health may show up as deterioration of the connective tissues or as spasms, irregular heart rhythms, and anxiety. Positively, these planetary influences may help to increase our durability and improve circulation. In late June and early July, the South Node at 0 degrees of Virgo will be transiting in alignment with the fixed star Regulus, which is associated with royalty, elections, and assassinations. During this time, we may notice the collapse of certain figureheads, politicians, and cult leaders. The South Node in Leo, especially at 29 degrees, signals the fall of authority figures, and the North Node in Aquarius alerts us to the power and momentum that will be increasing at the grassroots level. Another remarkable thing about this nodal transit will be its connection to and further activation of the Grand Minor Trine, involving all planets farthest from the Sun, including Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. The North Node will enter into a harmonious trine aspect with its second planetary ruler Uranus in early October of 2027, facilitating inventive discoveries and breakthroughs. Soon after, the North Node aligns with Pluto, the planet associated with large-scale transformation. A darker manifestation of this transit could indicate, symbolically or actually, not only the fall of an empire, but the rise of technology and tech-driven dictatorship. Pluto's influence combined with the North Node in late 2027 may coincide with massive upheavals in finances or other aspects of society. Aquarius has rulership over tribes, alliances, organizations, agencies, and groups of all kinds. For decades, we have increasingly heard so-called conspiracy theories warning about the threats of an incoming new world order, in which a powerful and secret organized group of cabal leaders implement a total control system over the entire world population. This new world order would entail control through constant surveillance, digital currency, climate lockdowns, and eugenics. In recent years, we have already seen glimpses of such control, although it has not successfully gained a foothold in every part of the world. Specifically, it has been developed in Asian and Arab nations and has spread into Western nations. Western nations have been systematically destroyed from the inside out through various measures of control and displacement. This fact can no longer remain hidden from view of the general public, as the results of forced migration escalate and possibly lead to civil war or extreme unrest. Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion, will be conjunct the South Node in Leo and opposite of the North Node in Aquarius for much of this transit, but 3 times exactly. The first time will be on November 12th, 2026, at 25 degrees of Leo. The second time will be on February 22nd, 2027, at 20 degrees of Leo. And the final one will be on April 23rd, 2027, at 17 degrees of Leo. This transit comes with a warning not to act in overconfidence or to spend money and resources recklessly. This is not the time to test our luck. Petty arguments and battles should be chosen very carefully and avoided if possible, because so much energy needed for future necessities would be depleted. While Jupiter is a benefic planet best known for bringing good fortune, being aligned with the South Node means that luck could be running out, or that we are best off holding on to our resources rather than risking them at this time. Because Jupiter is in the sign of Leo, there may be themes of revisiting or refining our creative endeavors, questioning our positions of authority, and making adjustments in how we deal with being in the spotlight. Fakes, shills, and charlatans of all kinds will be exposed because now more than ever, people will be collectively desiring authenticity. Egotism will be challenged, and those who have long lacked confidence may discover a new sense of self-worth that enables them to move forward. Those with children may find that they are either releasing their children who may be leaving the nest, or possibly resolving, reconnecting, or healing relationships with their offspring. Leo is also the sign that revolves around love and matters of the heart. There may be a focus on releasing or reconnecting with loved ones during these combined transits. There are several notable eclipses during the coming nodal transits through Aquarius and Leo. In August 2026, the North Node in Aquarius will be opposite of a total solar eclipse in Leo. The eclipse falls at 20 degrees and the nodes will still be at 29 degrees. On February 6th of 2027, the North Node is conjunct an annular solar eclipse at 17 degrees of Aquarius. The nodes will be at 20 degrees, just 2 degrees away from the new moon eclipse, while being opposite of Jupiter, 22 degrees of Leo. On August 2nd of 2027, the North Node will be opposite of a total solar eclipse in Leo and conjunct Pluto in Aquarius. The eclipse being 9 degrees Leo, Pluto 5 degrees of Aquarius, and the nodes being 11 degrees of Aquarius. On January 26, 2028, the North Node will be conjunct an annular solar eclipse at 6 degrees of Aquarius with the nodes at 2 degrees. This is a very powerful lineup including the North Node, Sun, Moon, Pluto, Mars, Mercury, and the Black Moon Lilith, all in Aquarius. As the North Node transits Aquarius and the South Node through Leo, many old and outdated ideas regarding monarchy and leadership will be challenged and discarded. Many radical changes within government, religious institutions, and educational facilities will take place. Negatively, we are experiencing a collective sense of urgency and uncertainty that is unlike any we have ever known before. This transit occurs just prior to the long-dreaded reset period attributed to Agenda 2030, an agenda based on sustainable development and digital communism. Most do not truly know whether or not this will manifest in the ways described, but we can see obvious patterns that reveal many aspects of the agenda already in effect. One of the greatest challenges that we may face could be the amount of noise, chaos, and rioting among those who push back in retaliation and in rather counter-effective ways. We may need to be aware of controlled opposition and increased false flag events that rile people up and cause them to quarrel with each other even more. Simultaneously, many people will be seeking for common ground and uniting to support each other in bringing about much-needed changes that could never be accomplished in isolation. Shared dreams, visions, and wishes will be ignited and empowered. Soul connections will be made as divine sparks connect together both near and far in grids of light. The subject of astrology itself may come to be taken more seriously, treated as a science rather than a mere form of entertainment. Throughout this transit, we will operate more effectively as teams than on our own. The time of looking up to info gurus, placing narcissists on pedestals, and groveling at the feet of the master is over. False messiahs, greedy plagiarists, and corrupt rulers will be exposed, as was the main character in the Danish fairy tale, The Emperor's New Clothes. What this transit is driving home for many of us is that we are not children anymore, but grown adults who need to take responsibility for our own lives. The actual children in this world need the freedom to express and discover themselves just as much as they need our guidance, protection, and love.